month, it was reported that we lost 31,600 jobs. That's people being made redundant. And the jobs that are being, there to be created or be used up fell by 30,000. So that's a gross of 60,000 jobs that just do no longer exist. Can no longer. Well, hello you gorgeous mother truckers you, and welcome to another video. It's a quick question, and a question I'd love to ask Yvette Cooper, Keir Starmer, Angela Rayner and Rachel Reeves. Why do you hate us so much? Why do you hate the country that you're supposed to be serving? Why do you feel the need to literally, continually lie? You have, without any remiss, gone back on literally everything you promised you would do. And of course we will get the standard response, won't we? Well, you see, the problem is we didn't realise what the financial situation was, which is a lie. You're fully aware of it. You'll blame everything on the Conservatives and whoever else before you, because it's easier to do that than to actually sit there and admit that what you have done since you've come into power has been nothing more than detrimental to this country. Inflation's on the way up. The economy is beginning its nosedive. Just a few moments before I left to record this video, I'm on the way to get the kids. Shoe Zone announced it's going to close 300 stores because to mitigate the damage that the budget has inflicted with the increase of national insurance for employers and the lowering of it when it's going to be paid, and the raising the living wage, because of course that's going to improve the foundations of our economy. You failed, you've done it, and it's collapsing. We're in a nosedive, absolute 100% nosedive, and I can see us going back to the 1970s when everything was horrible. I was only a young child then. I remember the winter of discontent. I remember, albeit vaguely, but I do remember the one thing where we were always relying on candles because of rolling power cuts. And I remember my dad, who used to work at Rover, being on strike all the time. It was just horrendous, and we're heading that way. And that led into a massive depression, which fortunately in the 1980s was revived when the Conservative Party got back in with Margaret Thatcher, who, by the way, now can quite honestly own not to be the most hated politician in British history. That now is without doubt and done within a quick short time and aplomb by Mr. Keir Never Here Two-Tier Starmer. Last month, it was reported that we lost 31,600 jobs. That's people being made redundant. And the jobs that are being, there to be created or be used up fell by 30,000. So that's a gross of 60,000 jobs that just do no longer exist. Can no longer exist and are gone. And it's only going to get worse. As I said, Shoe Zone have just announced that they're closing stores. Here, where I live in Solihull, there's been a huge uproar because we're going to have to start paying for our green bins. Everybody goes, well, the other councils do, and Solihull hasn't. Well, the other councils are just money grabbing. And I actually got a refreshingly honest answer on Twitter. I'll put it up on the screen now. from a local councillor who, as you can see, has explained that the reason why they're doing it after resisting it for 8 years is because they've got a massive increase due to the national insurance rise by the government, and they need to raise over £2 million. So here in Solihull, where we live, I'm going to have to pay £49 to have my green waste removed. Not because it's required, but because of the mass increase of money that the increase to employers' national insurance contribution has created. We literally live in a country that is falling apart around our ears. They failed to give the WASPy women their money that after years and years in opposition swore blind they would do. They've gone no, because apparently £10.5 billion is a waste of taxpayers' money. Says the same government who yesterday gave £50 million to Syria, which has nothing to do with this. Oh, and another £35 million to Ukraine, bringing that up to £4 billion to a war that's got nothing to do with us. And let's not talk about spaffing away 20 billion on a carbon capture system that everybody says doesn't work. And the 68 billion, if you add it all together, thrown all over the world to pay for things that got nothing to do with us. Oh, don't forget we're also sponsoring 1,500 schoolgirls in, was it Moali? Because they need that. It's good for the UK. It really isn't. It's akin to betraying the Chagos Islands because, quote unquote, that'll help us fight immigration. As far as I remember, they weren't getting on dinghies in the Indian Ocean to paddle all the way over here. It's just lies upon lies, misdirections, and it's just getting beyond a joke. I talked about the elections and the fact they might cancel them, how they're going to amalgamate councils into one big organisation to bring serfdoms back. We are literally run by a dictator who, with his cohorts, really thinks that he's doing us a favour. Any case, 2 videos popping up alongside me. One will be the one that I last uploaded, and the other one will be one that the gods of YouTube and their mighty algorithm have decided that you need to watch. So why deny the algorithm? If you agree with what I say or like what I say, then hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to ding the bell. You might as well, but YouTube will almost definitely turn it off. Like they have a tendency to unsubscribe people randomly as well, because that's a good thing that they do. So there's that. Like and share and use the comment section. All of these things help my channel with the algorithms. And let's be honest, the more my channel grows, the more people get to hear this message and the more of a voice that people may appear to have. Any case, enough of that. I am done. So until the next one.